Da, 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 da.
Sacre bleu.
You belong in a museum.
This is Dan from Action Figure Magic, and we have Hasbro's Indiana Jones Adventure Series. Here's Indy himself, who freed a friend and a rival. We've got none other than the dastardly Rene Belloq, a fellow archaeologist, but perhaps with some questionable morals. It looks like he's got a nice little paper vest on from the packaging, so he didn't scuff, so we will have to take that off later. He's got a nice little jacket, and he's got duck feet. We'll have to fix those later so that he can stand properly. And then we've got Marcus Brody, a family friend of Indiana Jones, and he is dashing. He is dapper. He's got also a nice little coat on, and he's got duck feet also. And that is the joy of windowless packaging, so you don't know who's going to have duck feet on the inside. Looking a quick look at that said windowless packaging, we've got the double pack characters on the front, wearing their black, wearing their white. They are quite contrasting from one another. And then on the back, we can see, again, holding his hat, holding his apple, and we've got some pretty nice accessories. We've got a gun, we've got a book, and we've got that apple, which I'm confused why an action figure comes with an apple, but we'll take a look at it and see, if we can have some fun with it. And first to do, let's fix these feet so we can actually get our two new characters to stand. And then let's take off his paper vest. Some of the Hasbro characters that are wearing suits I find very awkward from the waist down, which itself is a very awkward thing to say. But their standing is a little bit, I don't know. The way their ankles and their legs work is they're wobbly. So I think I'm going to have that problem with him. Indiana Jones he's probably the best character that I've seen from Hasbro for standing. Oh, and he is ready for the moonwalk. And I'm saying this now. At the end of the video, I will be having him doing a stop motion moonwalk, because how could you not? Look at that white suit, look at that hat, and look at that hand pose. He is ready to do his Michael Jackson imitation. So, calling it now, that's happening. All right, and then we've got Marcus Brody. He was a lot easier to get. As I was saying, he was a lot easier to get standing. He falls on his face. So, sorry about that, Marcus Brody. And we've got our accessories, the goodies that we saw on the back of the box. And we did not even have to follow a series of clues and riddles and ancient language to find this treasure. It just came in a nice little bag, in a nice little map. And let's play with them. Let's pose our figures. Let's have them hold their accessories. And let's just do what we do. All right. And I don't want to drop anything. We know there was the three on the back, so one of them was very tiny. So the first is the gun, which is a little bit, I would say the plastic is a lot softer than I was expecting, especially coming from Hasbro, like Marvel Legends, and even the other Indiana Jones figures. It's not a softer plastic. So for this one, it's just, I'm not sure what the design choice for that was. Maybe it was in the packaging. Some other versions got broke because it's a thinner barrel on it. But it's a cool looking gun, and he's got a nice little articulation on his arms. They move around. He's got kind of clunky joints on the elbows and the knees. The hips are really good. He's got a thigh cut on there. I am absolutely loving the suit jacket on there. You can see those kind of clunky knees where just the way the pants go when you open it up, it just looks awkward. I've seen better pants on Hasbro before, but this is not a figure that really needs to be striking action poses, because that's just not his character. And then we've got this ridiculously tiny apple that I don't know where I'm going to lose it yet, but I will be losing this sometime soon. And before we lose it, let's try to get our characters to hold it so they could kind of, have a little nosh on a nice Granny Smith. Doing a little bit of a time jump on the video, putting that apple in his hand took quite some time. So, and we have a visitor. Oh, hello there. Oh, never mind. All right, Doctor Strange was not interested because we all know an apple a day keeps the doctor away. And I don't know, I guess luckily since Indiana Jones is not a medical doctor, he doesn't have to follow the same rules. But Doctor Strange, definitely a medical doctor, and as such does not like apples and does not want anything to do with them. From an articulation standpoint, Marcus Brody is very similar to Belloq. He's got the standards, a little bit of the suited limited articulation, especially with the legs and the ankles. Just those rockers on the ankles are not the greatest. Oh, and then we've got this looks like an old historical book. It is probably the earliest versions of Where's Waldo. So we got to look in the book. They find Waldo. That's the ultimate riddle. It's kind of like the Last Crusade. We got to figure out where he is, but it's in black and white, so it's really a challenge. They've softened it up a little bit, making him wear the bright red, and then he could hold it. It opens up and it's got clasps on it, so it's actually really cool just the way you can have him hold it. So I actually really like this accessory. This is, of the three that are in there, this is, in my opinion, the best accessory. It is a little bit hard to get him to stand with it because it is such a gigantic book when he's holding it open. It makes him a little bit forward heavy, but he has also fallen over before, so it might not be the accessory, so we're just going to put it on his head. And now it's a nice paged hat. And there we have it. I am really liking these figures. The Indiana Jones figure is probably one of my favorite figures that came out recently, and now we've got these three. And enjoy a moonwalk.
Hands up.
Woo! A Michael Jackson escape.
Oh.